Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do want to welcome you. My name is Dr. Shabai and this is the Dr. Shabai Show. I created this channel because I wanted to talk about things that are going on in our communities that no one wants to talk about or too afraid to talk about. We always talk about what black men do wrong or we critique black men, but no one ever wants to critique the black woman. That's why I created this channel. So today I want to talk about why so many modern black women would rather be a baby mama versus a wife. But before we get started, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. So when I was growing up, you did not see a lot of pregnant women or single women on TV or in the family. And so I can remember when I was in high school, the girls that got pregnant didn't go to the high school that they were currently going to. They had to go to another high school because they didn't want other young girls to get the idea that this was okay. And to tell you a little bit of history about my family, my mom had my brother. She actually went to college and got engaged and then got pregnant before they got married. And for whatever reason, they broke up. And so my grandparents shipped my mom off to another city because they didn't want to bring disgrace to the family. So she went and had her baby, and then my grandparents adopted my older brother because they knew that my mom would not have a really good chance finding a husband if she had a baby out of wedlock. My mom went back to school and then she met my dad and they got married and had my sister and I. It is so weird how things have changed so much. Now it's almost as if single motherhood is celebrated. It's like things are just different in 2023. And according to Black demographics, 72% of Black women are having children out of wedlock. And what's also interesting is that over 60% of those are having babies with multiple men. So they have more than one baby daddy. And then also it says that Black men are only having multiple babies, like 40%. So that means that the majority of a lot of Black men are only having children with one woman. But there is another percentage of men that are having multiple children with multiple women. And so that kind of blew my mind. So because there's this huge myth that most Black men are just out here making babies, with a whole bunch of women. That simply is not true. It's only a small percentage that are doing that. And so I also want to look at why there are so many women who are having children before they get married. And the reason why this is so important to talk about, which nobody else is really talking about, is that women carry the burden of having a child out of wedlock more than a man. Now, yes, a man has to pay child support, but the thing about it is that as a woman, I control who I lay down with. I control, unless somebody's raped, a woman decides who she's going to have sex with. And the other part of it is the woman can tell if a guy is going to be a good father if she spends time with him, if she gets to know him. Like if you're dating someone and they have 3 kids and you never hear them talk about, yeah, I'm going to take so-and-so to the library, or yeah, I'm going to help so-and-so with their homework, or yeah, I have my, my children with me. And then if you never hear those words, what makes you think that this man is going to do that for you and your kids that you have? Now, I'm not, taking men out of the equation. Yes, of course, they play a part. But as a woman, if I am the one that carries the child for 9 months. I'm the one that makes, that says that I control my body. Then why would I have a child with someone that, that's a deadbeat? And women will say, oh yeah, he wasn't a deadbeat until after the baby came. I find that really, really hard to believe. And so one of the things that I feel like, number one, is that a lot of women may have a child out of wedlock to show that man that they really love them, and that, hoping that that man will pick them to marry. I'm not saying that's a large percentage of that, but I think that does go on. And then the other part is we're going to have to look at the entertainment industry. What is being pushed down our throats is single motherhood. If you look at the popular TV shows, the It Girl, they're pregnant, or they're single. Look at Rihanna, look at Kiki, all of these. I go through a list of successful Black women who are single and having a child. We have to look at it. And then another thing was so interesting. It just kind of happened a couple of days ago. Sierra is releasing a song that talks about single motherhood. It even says in the lyrics, this is for the girls getting money. This is for the girls who's in love with theyself. This is for all the girls who done did it by theyself. This is a married woman telling women this. This is awful. Many Black women look up to Sierra. They love them some Sierra. And this is what she's pushing. Not how much she loves being married, how much she loves her husband, how much she loves her family. No. She's pushing, you need to be single. And the next reason why there is to me, I believe there's a huge number of women having children without being married, is that women can get a lot of help from the government, subsidy such as housing, daycare. There's a lot of money in keeping Black women single and having children out of wedlock. Did you know that every time a woman gets child support, a percentage of that money goes to the government of that state that they're getting child support from? I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And another thing is keeping women, especially Black women, single. They spend a lot more money when they're single versus them being married. You think about the Beyonce concert that's coming up. They're talking about how many single women are buying tickets. There's even some single women who are taking out $10,000 loan to go see Beyonce. Now, I love me some Beyonce, but I am not going to pay $10,000 for a ticket. And so the final reason, there's some more, but I think this is a big one, is that a lot of modern Black women do not want to submit to a husband. Because when you submit to a husband, you fall under him and his leadership. That means that you are going to have to make the sacrifice and put your family first. No more girls trip. No more going out with, and drinking and going to clubs and all that stuff. A lot of women like the streets. They want to stay in the streets versus, being a wife and a mother at home. So they don't want to submit. A lot of women just don't want to get with that program. And that's why a lot of men are leaving America to get a wife from another country. I cannot blame them. If they find someone who loves them and is going to honor them and not be disrespectful, then what can you say? The only thing we can do is try to learn from the mistakes that our parents made, or that you made, or anybody else, and learn from them and grow from them. So I just want to say thank you so much for hanging on to the end of my video. If you're still watching, I truly appreciate it. If you don't mind, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I promise I will try to bring you up to date content. Um, content that you feel like it is valuable, but I also would love to hear from you. So please, please, please leave a comment or reach out to me on email if you are someone that you don't agree with what I'm saying, or if you have a different perspective, please reach out to me. And again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye.